and welcome to Grace and Lottie's. Elizabeth here. Today I have a question. I found these pencils the other day at Hobby Lobby, and as a lot of you know, one of my favorite pencils are the Koh-i-noor Progresso Woodless. So I was curious why these were being discontinued. So today's question is, should these have been discontinued? Like, we're gonna test them out. We're gonna see how they compare to the Koh-i-noor Progressos in a bunch of different ways. Now, I did get these on like crazy sale. We'll go ahead and I'll switch over to the desk cam right here. You can see I got these for $5.49 when they're normally $22.99. Now, they were also like, they weren't off of this, but they were like regularly colored pencils. Right now we're 40% off, so it would have still been a lot less than $22.99 if you know how to shop there. But I'm really curious about these. Now, right off the bat, I can look and tell that these are not the same colors that are in here. Now, these normally come in a nice little drawer box. Right here, you can see this little drawer box. They work great in this. Now, these were some of my first pencils, and you can see I used these puppies up. That is why they are broken. They are all over the place. I have a second set that I use. I put them in my Polycolor 10 here that I don't use because I have a bigger container for all my Polycolors now. And because they are in here, they sit a lot more nicely. This is the order they come in the box, and I can look right here. There is no peach in there. Like, there is no peach here. I've also kind of been peeking. I'm like, I don't see this nice little green hiding anywhere. So let's not just kind of guess here, but I've got my scissors now. Again, I'm having to like break into this container here, and it doesn't look like there's any special container to hold these. Standard getting into this type of packaging where I'm like scared to death I'm going to hurt myself. Yeah, these are literally just in trays, which the tray isn't awful, but I don't like, this is how you would have to store it right here. Like, this is it right here. Now I can see now all the colors that they have. So it looks like we only get one yellow. This one has two, even though they're probably claiming that is a yellow. But considering these are my orange choices, there's only one true orange here. We have a vermilion, which is right here, which I'm guessing is gonna be that. We are gonna swatch these, but just taking a first glance, why do I basically, okay, this is probably like the sepia here. We have this like weird red here. There's one purple, blue. Okay, yeah, I'm just looking at these and I'm like, we're gonna have to swatch these out to really see where the color holes are, and I'm gonna have to compare them. So, because I'm trying to like judge, like, how do these sit? This color right here, the seafoamy green, I love that shade, and so I'm a little sad that it's not in here. So just FYI, I'm a little upset. I did get these right here. You can see this one I broke because they break. They did have open stock of the gold and silver. These don't have any open stock. I can replace, oh, sorry, that is one big thing with the Progressos. They do have open stock. I have extras sitting in my storage thing just across from me right now for when I need one here. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting. There are also, okay, there are no names. It just says color pencil. There's no name, no number. If I had one thing, like, this is a lot of writing on here. Because these did come in a set. But I love that they have numbers and names. And I know which one is which. We've got sap green, we have hooker's green. It kind of helps you understand where they fit, especially if you use them with the other, with the polycolors that are in the Koh-i-noor color pencil family. These do not completely color match though, I can tell you that. But yeah, it's a lot of writing versus basically none. It just says color pencil. And technically, isn't it colored pencil? It's not just color pencil. Oh well. Anyway, let's start. I'm gonna swatch these out and then we'll come back and we will see how these look. I'm back with these. These felt awful. I'm not gonna lie. Now I know they're fresh out of the box, but just the feel, they did not feel good. They were rough. They didn't want to lay down well. So let's go ahead and let's look at the color right here. There's a couple of things that I noticed right off the bat here before I even get into these, because I know that this is trying to be right here, the pink and like the Scarlet Lake, but you see how different these two are right here color-wise. Those two are almost the exact same color right there. This is supposed to be a carmine, I'm guessing, and that's supposed to be a vermilion. We have almost 2 oranges here. Like the colors for only being a 24 set, if you look, like these two are so similar. These two are really similar. You don't need them to be so close. Like you need differences in them. So yellows are about the same. Dark yellow right there. But yeah, I felt like like these didn't have a big difference among them. I could kind of see like this is the ochreish color, but if you looked right here, you wouldn't have guessed that was the ochre. I would have thought it was a brown. One of the things to do too is to look up here to kind of understand the color, not necessarily the lacquer color down here on the barrel, even though it's not technically a barrel. It's all, basically they're just pigment sticks with lacquer on them. That's what Woodless pencils are. But holy crap, I'm so amazed at how, I mean, you see how similar these two colors are right here, whereas pretty sure that's supposed to be like the burnt sienna. So you can kind of see the difference in the color right there. And hold on a sec, I forgot to grab my, oh, I do, never mind. I have a Progresso sheet here. I'm trying to remember what all I did. By the way, I was going to do like a half and half kind of color with these. I'm not going to. These felt so, I'm still like, I have zero desire right now to try to do a full sheet of coloring with those. So let's go hop in here. Let's see the price comparison. And I did the not discounted price on these just so that it was a little bit more comparing apples to apples versus the Koh-i-noor Progressive. So let's look at the price. The price alone, because I can tell you using these were cheaper. They're 84 cents per pencil versus 96 cents per pencil. I don't feel like I need to do the rest of the sheet because I mean, they felt awful. The color choice is not great. Like if you're trying to do a work, let me kind of point out a couple of things here that you can do with these 24 pencils. Is if I'm trying to do a skin tone with the Progressos, I can do it. The light ochre works great with that. Believe it or not, this Paris blue can come in and give undertones in the skin. Like I have no trouble working with these. With this one, that's gonna be my base color that I'm working with. I don't have that kind of gray blue at all over here. Now you could make it work. There are some blues here that you could kind of get that blue tint in. But with this pink and this, like there's not a lot of options. They're all so close together in their pigments. I know they put this peach in to try to help. I don't think it actually helps because normally when you use a peach for a skin tone, it doesn't actually work for skin tones great. Where I find peaches work the best is actually blending with reds, so that they don't go too pink. It keeps them it keeps the orange in there with the red. But okay. Well, here, I will do it. I'm gonna make myself do this sheet. Let's see how they erase. Let's see how the Woodlesses erase. I normally do it with a darker blue. Okay, that's not a great erase. So let's see how let's compare the Progresso right here. I'll get the darker blue. Okay, so they erase about the same. not a great erasing. Of course, these aren't erasable color pencils. I'll give them a 2. I'm coloring fast here, guys. Okay, let's see blendability. Blendability. I normally like to use a turquoise and a darker turquoise for this. Let's see, what do I have? That's close. I guess we'll use this one. And we'll just use a red because I don't really have the deeper shade. So. Actually, we'll do it with the pink. Not layering great. I'm kind of forcing it here. I'm getting some layering. See if white blending helps at all. Okay, sometimes see, does it pull it all? Not really. Okay, let's see what the other one does. We'll compare. These are layering a lot better. Okay, yeah, that layered like you would expect. I could blend it a little bit more with the white blend. Oh, look, we're getting a little bit of pull there too. It's acting like it's supposed to with these. Okay, so blendability here. These are great, they're getting a 4. And we'll give the other one a 2. Opacity. I'm not expecting much of the way that the white just behaved. So let's kind of see here. Okay, I thought the brute funers were bad. This may be worse. This honestly may be worse for opacity with that white. Let's see. There was 0. Okay, you can see it's covering it a little bit. It's covering it some, this covered it none. So our opacity, which I'll just use the gray here. The lowest I give is a 1, because it did compete. And this one, we'll give you, I think a 3. It's not the best. It is doing some. Hand fatigue. These don't, I've never thought using these that, oh, this wears out my hand. No, these get a 4. We'll use that green that they don't have in the other one. Okay, this one, it takes a little more work to lay it down. We'll give the hand fatigue on this one a 3. It's not the worst. It really, I have had much worse in the realm of hand fatigue. Color vibrancy. These weren't as vibrant. You saw how they kind of sit all on top of each other, and we didn't get some of the deeper shades that were necessary. So we'll say this is a 3. And this was a 4. I was really hopeful for these because I was hoping that maybe there was something else on the market. Now I saw another brand with these out there, and if I may pick them up to test them too, to see how they compare. Just because I think these are underrated pencils that I think have a lot of good use, especially for just a quick all-around set, because they do work really well for only being 24 pencils. Like the amount that you can get. Okay, predictability, the color matches the barrel. Yeah. We'll give this a 4. The other one I'm going to give a 3 just because they ended up swatching so close to each other when the barrel isn't. Can't really go on name because the Master's Touch don't have names. So there we go. I actually scored them. I gave them a chance. But I can see why they were discontinued. Maybe I'm hoping that maybe they're coming up with another product, like they're reformulating it and hopefully repackaging it so it'll be a little bit better of a package that would be usable after you open it, because now that I've opened it, just having these 2 trays is not super great. I did buy something to put these in because I also got the Woodless. They had Woodless watercolor pencils too, so I got those. Back in the day, I had a set of Woodless like chalk pastels that were like this right here. I adored those. Like I would use them for sewing. I would use them to trace out when I was going to be painting. I used those all the time, and they don't sell those now. Like those I absolutely adored. So I was like, oh, maybe these will be great. No, I understand why they're being discontinued. So anyway, if you see them on the shelf and you're like, ooh, $5, pass. I would just say pass. I would just say, no, you don't need them in your set. I'm not going to be, this one, because it's a discontinued set, the swatch chart is not going to be available in the Etsy shop. So just know that. The Progresso one is though. So if you want that for the Progressos, you can nab that over there. I'll have a link down below. But that is it for today. This one definitely gets a do not buy, and I can see why it was discontinued. So anyway, that is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've made it to here, please give this a like, and if it does get a like, maybe enough likes in this video, maybe I will try coloring an actual page with these. But also, if you made it to this point, maybe consider subscribing. I post videos on every Saturday, or not every Saturday, every other Saturday, and in the weeks there's not a video, I have a live stream on Friday. So I would love to have you coming along on my journey as we review pencils, we do coloring, and we get to just play with our art supplies, which is a lot of fun. So that is it for today. Until next time, bye.